The world is turned upside down. Everybody wants a pizza, but they can't go outside. The world has definitely changed these days. Trainer Vaudet watching 100 hours of YouTube, getting ready for her Pokemon tournament. We see the world crazy at times. One of the world's greatest Jedi football players getting caught in a park. He's trying to talk his way out of this. He could probably afford that citation. Our world is going crazy. Here's Trainer all my chickens on his boat, taking it down the river, trying to find himself to keep afloat. Oh, yes. The headquarters. Me and my Ditto. I've been sitting in my headquarters for weeks and weeks and weeks, preparing for my regional championship out of Madison. Crazy for a trainer like me to qualify for such a crazy event. But this is my turn. And this is my process. May the best trainer win. Cutlass, yeah! Electric City Team Review! And that's right, folks. This is truly the moment I'm sure you've all been waiting for. When I started this team building process, I looked at all sorts of different Pokemon. I loved the Raichu, Rainy Castform, Celebi, Bastiodon, Melmetal, and Mungus. Then I was thinking maybe like a Wigglytuff or a Hariyama or a Noctowl. And then we got the Castform Water again. I started to narrow it down a little bit here. Here's some really strong wild card choices. And then I was like, woke up one day and I decided to switch pens. Change it up. To think about my team in a different way. So I decided to take a real look at Pikachu running Surf. I have a Legacy move on that one, powered up all the way, a Lucky Shiny, Celebi, Empoleon. I was like, what if I ran a Alolan Raichu and then ran Raichu with Charm along with Pikachu? It would be just like a totally strange, bizarre team, maybe strike someone by surprise. So then I started to narrow down each of the regions a little bit. Actually expand on, I really should say, Kanto. Look at all the ones in Kanto, just one right after another. You know all those names: Dragonair, Charizard, Jolteon, Haunter, Venomoth. So many different characters on that list. Snorlax. And then the Hoenn, obviously, everybody's going to be taking Altaria and Registeel. And pretty much you go down the list. You can only choose one from each of these regions. And then you get to choose one wild card. But usually, like Azumarill, you can't choose as your wild card. There's special ones you can't choose. So here's the Alolan and Unova region there. And I started to star some of these ones that were really good, or ones I've had powered up. And then I started to narrow it down even further here. Now I took a lot of guys out of that list. Here's the Kanto and the Hoenn, and I'm starting to take some of these people and refine them, get a couple other characters off the list. So then I broke it down and I started making little sub teams here. Raichu, Whiscash, Noctowl, Magnezone, Serperior, Toxicroak. And my daughter wanted to make a team. Let's see, where's her team for her secondary character that she started, which is guys that basically aren't even over 1,000. Rhydon, Sunny Castform, Mischievous. Can't even read what that one says. Cherim and Tauros. That's what she. Oh yeah, Oshawott. Yep, that's what she was able to come up with her secondary team. And I kept on making these little sub-teams, as you can see here. Raichu keeps showing up. Ivysaur, real strong one. I have this weird Feraligatr that I like with the Hydro Cannon. And now I've got the list a little smaller, getting a little more zoned in, if you can see what I'm saying here. And then I made a list of what I thought everybody was going to take right here. Hypno, Altaria, Azumarill, Marowak, Toxicroak, and Meganium. And it seems like a lot of people take those. And I started making teams, kind of trying to counter that. I ran into Drifblim and Lantern, Primeape. I tried all of these Pokemon out. And then I started to analyze a couple tournaments. A tournament, this is what people took in a tournament up in Green Bay. So a lot of people were taking Azumarill, Altaria, Bastiodon, Marowak. Obviously, that's kind of how I got the breakdown. So then I made a master list of those guys. And then I started to look at my team of guys I had that had all my moves unlocked and everything was ready to go. So I made a little list for Azumarill, Altaria, Hypno, Bastiodon, Marowak, and Meganium. And those are all guys that are good at it. But then I made a list of who showed up on all of these lists that could potentially beat the character. So then look at that, Alolan, Muck, and Weavile were the top two. 4 for Weavile and 3 for Muck. Everybody else had, well, that Sneasel really is my Weavile, had 2. So, and when I looked around after I kind of counted them all, everybody just basically had 2. So then I started really having a strong look at that Weavile and Alolan Muck, and I made up my mind. I was going to start building my team around those 2. Then I made my list of all the guys I had double moves for ready to go, so I didn't have to spend any more Stardust. And this is the point when the team started to come together. And in the end, I'm going Raichu, I'm going to go Vigoroth out of my Hoenn, and then in my Johto region, I am going to play my Feraligatr. And then I decided I can't take a team like everybody else. If I try to play a team like everybody else, I lose. In fact, I went 0-4 in my last warm-up tournament leading into this, so don't take any of my advice for sure on any of this. But I decided Torterra running Razor Leaf, and I'm going to go Alolan Muck, and then that Weavile right there. So there, and that'll be my wild card. So there's my team. I'm going to take a Raichu, running all sorts of electric moves, Discharge, Wild Charge, Thunder Punch. Vigoroth, I'm going to run Body Slam and Dig. Feraligatr, I'm going to run Hydro Cannon and Crunch. Torterra, I am going to run, it has Frenzy Plant and Sand Tomb. Weavile, I'm going to run Avalanche and the dark move. And then the Alolan Muck, I'm going to run Poison Jab for its fast attack, which is a little bit different. I think a lot of people are going to be running Snarl. But I'm going to be going after the Azumarill, running the Poison and Acid Spray. So that is my regional team reveal. And once again, the final team reveal. Raichu, running Thunder Shock, Wild Charge, and Thunder Punch. Vigoroth, running Counter, Body Slam. I think I'm going to run Dig. Weavile, running Snarl, Avalanche, and Foul Play. Torterra, running Razor Leaf, Frenzy Plant, and Sand Tomb. Alolan Muck running Poison Jab, Acid Spray, and Dark Pulse. And Feraligatr running Waterfall, Hydro Cannon. I was going to run Ice Beam, but I'm thinking I'm going to run Crunch. And there you have it. That is my Electric City team reveal for my regional championship coming up tomorrow. And we're going to be doing the Voyager Cup. So best of luck to all the trainers out there. I am going to go with a basically completely non-meta team designed to take down the meta. So we'll see if I run into that meta, and we'll see how it goes. I'm Trainer Freestyle family signing out.